This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/awesomecast. It's time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on Twitter in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ready to get geeky with you guys this week, and I got my geeky crew with me. First of all, back on the show from Studio D, Studio C in the Big D of Dormont, PA, from Big Bank International, Esquire, is John Chichilla.
We'll just give them different letters every time.
Sure. It's been a little bit. Hey, we were driving by and looking at the Christmas trees around your in your big bank building the other night.
Oh, were they? I haven't been downtown yet to see. I'll be down there tomorrow.
Nice.
I'll go check that out. I thought you were going to say you were in the Big D looking at the Christmas trees at the near the Dormont Pole, because that's where the marching band always sells their trees.
Yeah, I haven't been down that way for a few days. But also with me, my my Christmas light buddy the other night, the Dutters, is with us.
Hi. Yes, we went Christmas light shopping.
Shopping?
Like,
Window shopping, maybe a little bit. No, we're coming back from the waterfront, and we saw one up on the hill flashing at us on one of the nice houses on the hill above the waterfront. We're just like, let's go find that. Yes,
we hunted it down.
Yes, we did. You
should start like a map, because have you been in Green Tree? There's that house off of Green Tree Road. I can't remember what the name of the road is. Like, you're going to go towards the interstate to go to Robinson. And there's that house off to the right that has, like, you tune into the radio station.
Oh, no. One of
and
those.
the lights are all in sync, but, like, they do the Pittsburgh polka along with the different Christmas music. They have some rock in there.
Okay,
Someone needs to map out all the music, tune your radio station music synchronized to their light shows.
It's like a levels. It's like a 1 to 5 scale. 5 is the full on, and you need a radio music kind of thing to like that kind of scaling kind of thing. Hey, if you want to see this level houses, here's all those. No, I think that could be fun. I'm not the person for that project. But this is, maybe one of you guys are out there at AwesomeCast land. You guys can check out everything at awesomecast.com. You can email us at awesomecast@sorgatronmedia.com. Tweet us at AwesomeCast. We have a great Facebook group for the AwesomeCast. We also have a Discord and Reddit to start the conversation as well. And so please subscribe and rate us on your favorite podcast app or all over the social medias. We've been putting bits of video out. Thank you so much, Dave Ponder, for helping us out with that clip finding that happens with the show every week, and that helps us populate all of these social medias. If there's video reels, we're putting it there right now, because we're and it's really cool, because I'm seeing a lot more people kind of responding by the bits and pieces of things that we talk about on the show. So that experiment, I think, has been a resounding success here in the last few weeks. I'm looking forward to how much more conversation we get going on these platforms, and who knows what platform we'll be on next week at this rate. Who knows? I find this exciting, but I covered that last week. Anyways, you can also, we're here live every Tuesday on the AwesomeCast Facebook and YouTube, and on the Sorgatron Media Twitch page if you want to see us live. And, of course, shout out to our friends sharing the awesomeness over at postindustrial.com. And a big shout out to our friends at patreon.com/awesomecast supporting this show. Our friends at the executive producer level, Brian Crawford; at the Coffee Club level, Matt Weller, Cynthia Klosky, and Mike Pound; and the fan show level, Michael Fedor, Professor Buzzkill, and Dave Potter. You guys can support the show too at patreon.com/awesomecast. We've actually been dropping a few extra conversations over there from before and after the show. You can check out on your Patreon exclusively, linking to those videos if you are a member over there for as little as $1 a month, and every little bit helps get the show going. And Chilla's camera is wildly all over the place tonight as I'm off camera of it. You did like a while. You're going back and forth. It's zooming in and out on you. Oh, he's on mute. Are you on mute? We got to boop him.
Is it because I brought the coffee cup up?
Yeah, yeah, and it went crazy and went like wild. Like it went like full like pan out off camera here. So
it couldn't
anyways,
find me. Maybe if it's in front of my face.
It
Does it lose me?
Where's the face? Where's the person? I think it reacted the first time you saw it, and then it figured it out a little bit. It's that AI. It's an AI camera, right? That you got there.
Yep.
Oh, remind us the model again, because it's been a little bit since we talked about it.
It's the Jabra Panacast 20.
Okay. All right.
I think.
So,
let me just double check that. Hold on. Yeah, the Jabra Panacast 20.
There you go. So if you want a wild camera like Chilla has, hey, so I listen, I was YouTube diving at like 2 a.m. last night because I couldn't sleep, and old friend of Fred of Pittsburgh, Justine, was on talking about some new software editing or video editing software. Yeah, right words, wrong order. And I started playing with it because I thought some people may have a better wrapping their head around video editing this way. I don't know if you've heard of. Let me get the word. Let me get the name right. Descript is the program that we're talking about, and I hooked up my MacBook, guys, so we can show it off here. This is you can get started with a free trial. You can do like an hour of transcription. Basically, this is a video editor that mostly works around text, and I don't know what I did here. Is this the one? There it is. So you see, it's kind of based on this, and the idea is you can edit. If you edit and change things out, it will actually edit the video according to editing the transcript up here. So if I want to delete like this sentence, but hopeful, like this weird like hanging sentence I got here, it's actually going to delete that in there and pull everything together. So real quick, I wanted to show kind of how this pulls together. So let's say we go and do a new composition project, maybe, I think. Oh no. And you choose a file to transcript, and I got a bunch of these little clips we've been working on for stuff. And let's see if I can do this real quick. Hopefully it'll be a quick transcribe, and it does this transcribing built into the software. This is Mac and PC if you want to check it out. It's not on iOS or anything, on mobile like CapCut that we were talking about. By the way, I've been using a lot of CapCut lately, and there is actually a function like I'm about to show you on CapCut I found on the phone, but I haven't found on the desktop version. But this is very exciting too. So it's at almost done transcribing, and there you go. It's already transcribed this bit. There's a little bit of Katie here from Fishing Without Beta a few weeks ago, and you see underlined are these like filler words. You see you knows, like. I hate to put you on the spot here, Katie, with this one, but you can go in here if I can find it real quick and actually delete these words. You can actually, I know there's a setting in here. I'm not sure where it is off the top of my head, but you can go and delete all those, and it'll pull everything together with jump cuts. So,
can you change a word? Does it like?
So yeah, so you have an overdub and correct, and this is one thing she was showing on the example was if you correct the word, it'll analyze your voice, and it's supposed to overdub with your voice.
That's spooky.
That's very spooky. I have not played with that. I spent about 10 minutes on this already, and haven't deep dived a lot into those features. I will caution this is a monthly fee kind of situation. So if you want to go check it out, it is like something like, I think it's like 12. I'll get the pricing here in a second. It's like $12 a month for like so many hours and things like that.
$12 for 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Or $24 for 30 hours.
And if you need to go higher, they got some custom things. And of course, the free version is maxing out at 720. You get up to 4Ks. The filter word removal, like we talked about with ums and ahs. But if you get to the pro version, it'll do 18 filler word and repeated words. So it looks pretty. It looks pretty good. It's just, it's going to be a monthly fee if you get into something like this, and of course that's the annual. If you actually do monthly is $15 and $30 a piece if you go month to month on something like this. So I feel like this is something I actually threw to Missy because I know she's very like kind of. I feel like this wraps around the way she would think about things like this. And of course, this is for a very specific thing. This is like I'm speaking on a camera, and I want to do that jump cutty like YouTube kind of edit, right? If you're okay with that, if you're okay with jump cuts through a lot of your videos, if that's not the kind of project you're doing, a lot of corporate videos are not going to like that. That's why we like to do 2 cameras so we can switch whenever there's any kind of filler stuff we want to kick out of there. But something that you're doing that's like you on camera, your iPhone's in front of you, you take it, you put it in here, and you just want to do a quick cut that stuff out, bring in the transcript, do the editing, and it's not just that too. It's based around that scripting kind of idea, but also they got a pretty good from what they were showing. You have a lot of intros and slides and stock footage in here as well that you can pull in. So it looks like a really good. Somebody was just asking me like what software to kind of get started on with some editing, and this is actually for somebody who's into doing social media, TikTok, things, probably more YouTube based things. Like this could be the way. It's got multicam stuff in here too. If you want to get into that, I don't know how big of projects you're able to do on this. First look, if you're doing anything more than maybe a 5-minute video, I don't know if this is something you're going to want to do. But for nice like informational videos, I could see this being a really interesting. Giphy is in here too, so you can throw a GIF in the middle of a video too, on top of things, move it around, however you want to do to kind of respond to things as you talk about them. It seems like a little bit of an alternative to CapCut if you want kind of a different set of features. But definitely worth looking at. It's Descript over at Descript.com, and you can check that out. I think it's going to be a really good introductory thing for people working maybe in smaller businesses or social media videos, YouTube channels, things like that. It could be a really good starting point for a lot of people. So
it's interesting how they measure the hours, right? It's the transcription hours.
Right, it's a transcription hours. I use the service called Simon Says that does a very similar thing, and you for that one you buy hours. So I wonder when you get to that limit, does it allow you to upgrade to say, hey, here's $5 so I can get another 10 hours of transcriptions or something like that. And that's another reason why I think.
What if? And I guess you would have to. And I'm just thinking, right? If I had a long recording
like this hour show that we do every week.
Right, but I only wanted I would have to pre-clip the show to then not have to burn a transcription hour for the show.
You know what you could do? Well, we're talking about what did I say? 10 and 30 hours, right? You're doing 4 of these shows a month, maybe 5. You're not going anywhere near that. And think about this use case, and this is something, and Dave's listening, and maybe he's salivating over this, and I got to buy a license. Because when we do the clips, sometimes it's like, man, we talked about CapCut. I really want to pull the clip of the CapCut. And the thing that's always bothered me is going in and finding that, right? But if you go dump an hour thing in here, go make yourself a cup of coffee, come back, and hopefully it's done transcribing, you can search for those sections that have CapCut, listed in there, or here's the part where we talked about Twitter, here's the part where we talked about this program, and now you can, using the script, get all the good parts out of there. Because I know when we do our clips, there's a lot of the filler stuff is still in there, and that's what I'm looking to, how do we clean this up a little bit and kind of streamline this idea? So so if you do an hour podcast, making those clips, making those other versions of the show could be a lot easier with something like this, especially something like this where everybody's well mic'd, speaks relatively well, and I know I have my days. It's going to transcribe well for the most part, and I'm presuming it looks like you could probably bring those in as captions and things like that too. So, Katie, do you see this being a tool that you could poke at? Because I know you do a little bit of social media video here and there too.
Actually, when you started showing this, I was like, I could have used this a few hours ago. Because for example, for Giving Tuesday, we had a Give Big Pittsburgh video for one of my clients, and it was was it like almost 3-minute video, which was perfect for Facebook. But then you're going to Instagram or your stories, and you're like, well, now I got to clip this down. And I was like, all right, so let's clip this section out here. And because I'm using iMovie, and I'm like, blah, 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 where I could have just like copy, like, I know I want this much, cut this out here, and then this, like the beginning and the end, and like a spot in the middle is all I wanted. And instead of having to, listen and figure out where I was and cut, they would have just been like, delete, and then ta-da.
You just read the script and go through that way, right? Like, I think I think that's going to be invaluable, because I don't know how many times I've brought stuff in, and it's like, I need to find this part of this. I need to find a part of this podcast. They're like, oh, take out the part where we say this, but they don't tell me where it is in the video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, take out the part where we mention this company. I was like, well, I don't know where it is, and you didn't pay to transcribe it, So like this is before, several years ago. Like today, I'd be like, okay, we're transcribing this thing so I can figure it out, right? That's this kind of helps with something like that. Even if you're grabbing the, I think you get an hour per month if you have the free, or no, it's like a 7-day trial actually. And you get maybe an hour of transcription, and you're just like, this is a tool that I'm going to use every once in a while. Maybe you're okay just downloading it, throwing it in there, and that be a thing for here and there. But like, that's not bad. I mean, it's not a bad pricing structure for what it is. Compared to I think Adobe Rush is about $10 a month if you get the subscription just to that. Last I knew, that could be different now. I mean, other than your free softwares like DaVinci and iMovie, like I think this is a pretty good starting point for a lot of people that kind of work in a different way. And that's one of the cool things now. Like I think we're used to, like, okay, we have your Adobe Premiere, DaVinci, iMovie, Premiere Rush has been pretty transferable, right? There's a timeline in this and this. Like, I love this idea of looking at different ways to edit around that maybe would introduce people in editing that would look at a timeline and just say, what is this? Like, that could be a little bit too heady when you're looking at something like that, right? It's like me looking at a spreadsheet. I have no idea. My wife looks at it and is like, oh, I know this, bum, 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 kind of thing. So it is, what did I say it was? The script is what it's called. And again, it's something. And I guess, partial disclaimer, I was watching an iJustine video where she was actually partnering with them to show it off. So it was a sponsored video on her part and everything. So, oh no, I just made you guys go not full screen. But no, go check that out. I think it's worthwhile if you're looking for maybe a different way to video edit and things like that. So go check that out. All right, let's get into some more awesome things of the week. Let's just go. Katie, you saw the new trailer.
Did.
I'm afraid to show any of it because Nintendo's very, very rough on YouTube. So, go.
Yeah,
we'll just describe it at length. There was a special trailer that came out, I think today actually.
Yeah, it did. So there's a couple out there. There's like, if you get the one that's actually on Nintendo, there's an intro. They're talking, the actors. It's pretty cool to watch the whole thing. But I was just like, let's just bring in the trailer. This is the Super Mario Brothers movie trailer. This is the second one. They released it today. There's a character of Hello Kitty. I'm like, this is the character, and this is the character. But you do get the introduction of some new ones that we've been looking forward to seeing, including Donkey Kong, Princess Peach, Toad. Everybody is there. A lot of great jokes watching it. And I think I don't know, Sorg. I don't know. I know Chilla marked out at my favorite part, but I definitely Rainbow Road makes an appearance, and I was just like, that's amazing. It's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. It looks, like I said, fantastic. A lot of it's definitely going to be a good, like, take your kids, take your friends who are into Nintendo, and everyone's going to have a good time.
Yeah, I didn't even fathom the idea of Donkey Kong being a part of this thing.
Yeah, I was like bringing everybody in.
And I felt like it mirrored a little bit of the Thor Ragnarok, where he met up with Hulk a little bit. Like it had that kind of vibe for me. But and I suppose I threw it out momentarily. So I saw this before, and I didn't realize that this was from the movie. But this is like the this is the inside of the throne room that you see. And realizing somebody had put this up against, and I didn't realize what this was from at the moment, but they put it up to like from Mario 64 when you see like the painted glass of Peach in the castle. You're like, this is the other side. We finally get to see it. Some people marking out about that online. I'm excited for this. I don't know. People are going nuts about like the voice acting and things like that. I'm in. It's going to be Illumination, so I know the kind of comedy, the kind of humor that's going to be in this, right? And it's like, replace the minions with toadstools and turtle or Koopa Troopas, right? Pretty much. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm with it. People are off about the voice acting. I don't even think about who's on it. It sounds like Mario to me. Is the biggest thing. So, but no, I'm going to be in the theaters first day for this one. I'm presuming it says April. I don't know which weekend that is. I got busy April. But yeah, definitely there for that. Chilla, you just watched it. What is your immediate reaction?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm interested. I was super excited about the Rainbow Road piece. I'm interested to see how many of those little gotchas or little, I don't know what you would call them, little hidden gems in the we're gonna pick up on as we remember going back to all of the different Marios we've played throughout the years.
They have a lot to play with, don't they? They have a lot that they can pull from. You know, will we get a Wario cameo? Are we gonna get a Waluigi cameo? It looks like we got a little bit of Luigi's Mansion looking stuff from the first trailer. So I mean, this trailer showed very blatantly Mario Kart. I'm very interested to see what they do with this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be to Mario what Wreck-It Ralph generally was to video gaming. Like a lot of those kind of references. Like this movie is going to be for us that have grown up since, like, well, actually, I guess probably a little bit of everybody, isn't it? Because I mean, how many generations have grown up on Mario and have had a chance to even go back to the old games? So at this point, so no, I think it's gonna be really good.
Like even I was thinking my dad never played Mario, but he played Mario Golf on the old
yeah
8-bit Nintendo. So they could do a ton of tie-ins.
Yeah, just tell me like, hey, it's the Mario Golf movie. That's how you get them into the theaters, right? So, Chilla, you got a related ish story here as well.
Do you remember the NES Advantage controller?
Do I? It's in my. I still have. I think I have two of them.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Well, I have like the original one, but I think I acquired another one somewhere along the line too.
So I was looking for something like that, and I buy a lot of 8-bit do stuff, so they actually have an arcade stick that's modeled after the NES Advantage, but it also works with the Switch. It works with Windows. It supports Bluetooth. It has a 2.4 gigahertz USB receiver. It also supports wireless. It seems like to me this thing supports everything.
If it works with my RetroPie, I think.
And it does.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
that's why. That's so.
Oh, add the cart. Oh, it's $90. Oh no, yeah, we're gonna add a protection to this one. Jeez. That's going in the cart for later.
But that's so. I'm building. I gotta be careful. My kid's in the next room. I'm building a RetroPie for Christopher, because he's been talking a lot about different older games.
Yeah.
So this is going to be one of the pieces of the RetroPie.
It reminds me. Oh, it's on Affirm. Oh, Affirm is like the worst thing for me. I was like, I just pay $16 a month for the next 6 months. Sure. This reminds me of the Super Nintendo Advantage, if you remember that.
Okay, I never saw that one, but there was the other one that was like I remember the NES Advantage, and I remember the NES Max.
Yes.
And the Max was like the
Max
controller with like a slider.
The Max is another one that I've acquired over the years. secondhand, and it's a BS controller. It
Yeah,
sucks
it was the
so
worst
bad.
controller.
Because the problem was your sliding joystick thing never centers apparently. So like that gets a little weird. No, this looks very very cool. So it has both Bluetooth 2.4 gigahertz and wired connection. I'll probably do wired just because of what I'm looking to connect it to. But man, I would love this for throwing on some Street Fighter or something a little bit.
And from what I read on this one, if you go, I don't know if it talks about it on the it's actually moddable. They built it where if you decide you don't like the buttons, everything, if you scroll about halfway down that page, they show you the controller taken apart from the bottom, and everything inside of it's modular, from the buttons to the joystick.
Oh, jeez.
So you can actually officially take this thing apart a little bit further. There it is.
Oh, jeez.
You can take it apart and you can replace the joystick. You can replace the buttons. I probably wouldn't replace the circuit board, right? But
no,
it is moddable.
but it's also good because, like, I mean, just like arcade units, like the buttons like that are gonna wear after a while, right? So that you can get in there and actually kind of replace them with some, and it looks like they're pretty. It supports virtually every arcade stick ever made. So I mean, like the parts, like these are standard parts for something like this. That looks very very cool. That's cool. So wait a minute. So there's a connector for your wired and wireless. So the wireless is actually like, it looks like a USB thing here. Is that what I'm seeing right here?
The wire, yeah, that's the so that's not the Bluetooth. That's the 2.4 gigahertz. Yes. So you can plug that thing into. You can actually plug it. I'm pretty sure you can plug that into a switch.
That plugs in, like that's USB dongle, like that come with like my mouse sometimes.
Yep.
Okay, I got you.
But that thing has a firmware in it that you can update, and they keep it updated.
Nice. I like it. So that is the 8-bit do. It is the arcade stick for Switch, Windows, I'd say, etc. as well. So, man, that's very cool. So you got one of these coming to you?
Yes.
I'm looking for a review. I want the reviews before
I won't be able to do it until after.
That's fine.
Christmas.
We got time. No, that's very cool. So go check that out. Oh, nice gaming one today. Guys, go check it out while you're sitting over the holidays, catching up on your video games. Make sure you stay nutritiously fed with our friends at Slice on Broadway. New York City style yins are made. Beachview, Carnegie, East End, North Hills, and the new location down on the South Side works. Support our good friends that have been supporting this show for a good long time, feeding our guests that come in every week between this and the Wrestling Mayhem show. Thank you so much to them. Go check them out, sliceonbroadway.com. I see. Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, sorry, correction. Go back to that site.
On it.
And then look at arcade. I gotta double check to make sure that works with the Raspberry Pi.
Oh,
there's three different models.
Okay.
One's with the stick and controller. I know the controller works with other systems. I gotta double check to make sure it works with the Raspberry Pi.
Well, I mean, it does have like what? Okay, wait. I see. So the stick says Switch and Windows. When you go to the controller, it says a stick for Windows and Pro 2 controller that mentions Raspberry Pi and a bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah, but I swear I read on their actual site that it supports a bunch.
Maybe
of things.
I mean I wouldn't go entire like 100% with the Amazon listings. I would go to check the website for 8BitDo officially for that. Related, I got my hands on a Steam Deck because my brother picked one up. He has the 256 edition. And I'm kind of sold on it. I'm kind of sad that, a little bit. I'm kind of sad that I rescinded my pre-order. But also my pre-order was for the lowest end, which would have been almost useless. And he showed me like there's mods in there that you can pull down your Epic Game Store and your Good Old Games installers as well. So if you've been racking up free games on those on a weekly basis, it would be able to pull all those down too. I mean, you only get 256 megas of, or then they have a 512 version now, and it's like around like $500-600. But also this is a gaming PC, so I'm looking at that again. So that'll be a much farther down the line. But it looks viable. It feels good. I pulled up a few games on there, and it was pretty cool. It felt good in hands, and that was the thing that kind of made me a little gun shy on that, and plus the compatibility list. But he says like majority of games mostly work on there. Every once in a while you gotta get it and configure controllers and stuff, especially for older games. But it runs a good bit of his games, and he's been able to mod and do that, and do Game Pass and all the other streaming stuff should work on there too. This was cool. Microsoft is actually giving instructions on how to get Game Pass working on the Steam Deck. Like official Microsoft channels are working on that, and this is the point. He's like, yeah, you gotta go into the command line to make sure the controller connects to the Game Pass, the browser for Game Pass. I was like, I'm not afraid of command line. So, but I mean, because it's a computer, you're gonna have to plug a keyboard into this thing to make this kind of thing work. But still, like that's very, very cool, and the build feels cool. And I'm seeing articles where people are comparing to Switch, and they say you can't compare it, because the kinds of games it has on it, the power it has behind it, and the open availability of everything is just incredible on there. So I was like, hey, I got about 350 games on my Steam collection on top of Game Pass. It seems like a viable option for me. I don't have a viable PC to play games on, since I had to get a new Mac with that fancy chip in it. So, anyways, so Chilla, I think both of us put the same thing in here for Katie to view. I don't know if you noticed, because it's I got a 4 Katie further down. Katie, you got.
What do you think I've been doing this whole time? You guys been talking.
She's just playing games.
Whatever. I have.
What do you got there?
It's a new Hello Kitty game.
Yeah. And it's included with Netflix.
And it's pretty. It's a Hello Kitty Netflix game. It's a parade, and it's actually been a lot of fun. And I've been playing it with the sound off, because I've been trying to pay attention to you two a little bit. But there is music that goes with it, but you're able to, and essentially it's a rhythm game, and you're just hitting like down, right, left. It's very just very easy to do. And different characters have different abilities. And there are several levels on this, and I was shocked. I was like, this is going to be something smooth. It's huge. I'll see if I can pull up the whole level here. One of the really cool things, there's challenge levels. Can you see all this?
Oh wow.
No.
Yeah, it's trying to blur in on that. But whatever. I got the idea.
Yeah, there's challenges, and there's a bunch of different levels.
How much happiness can you handle? It says in the trailer.
I'm so excited about this. I will definitely be letting my niece know about this tomorrow. My nephew gets to learn about the Mario and movie trailer, and my niece gets to learn about this. One of the coolest things I thought was when I first pulled up this game, it asked me if I wanted the sensory full, or was it sensory full or not? It was, I forget what the other term was, but the sensory full includes flashing lights. So maybe if you're prone to seizure, or some sort of, you have trouble with some sort of the flashing lights for what this photosensory, I forget, there's a term for it, where the lights bother you. You can elect to not have that part of the game, which I thought was really cool and inclusive for a game that's a free game on, I have Netflix, but if you have Netflix, it's a free game for you. But I thought that was pretty darn cool. And infinitely better than their trivia game, which is actually in Netflix, but we'll not talk about that. But this is great. I love this. I am so excited.
What was it? The Hello Kitty trivia game?
No, the Netflix. There was a couple weeks ago. They released this ultimate trivia game within Netflix. You can go in and search the games when you're on your TV or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's awful.
It was like the Bandersnatch kind of game. It was one of those it's a video served kind of thing, and you hit a button kind of deal.
Not even that complex.
Okay.
And it was awful. This Netflix has just redeemed itself, is what I'm trying to say to you. So
made that. Well, that's okay. I sent Missy. There's a Stranger Things puzzle game they put out too. So little by little, Netflix is going to keep poking in there, isn't it? And be like, and I'm like, well, there's this game, and it's just it's included. So,
well, I didn't when Netflix first started. We started talking about Netflix having games. It was like, all right, whatever. Like I was not excited about it because, I had very low expectations because they're a streaming service, and I was like, well, they're not going to put that much. It's going to be kind of simple, And then now it's like, whoa, these are full on games that are actually really exciting to me.
Katie, while we're talking about apps, happy apps, I guess. What's your what's this about? Apps of the year are starting to roll out. I see.
Yeah, Apple announced Be Real is their app of the year. Have you used Be Real yet?
I think we all used Be Real for about 4 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. So I forgot that we were on that for a smidge. Seems to be popular with the younger folks on the Be Real app. But yeah, so if you're not familiar with Be Real, you take a picture essentially with your back, your camera, like a selfie, and then your front-facing camera of what you're doing whenever you get that notification. So whether you're at work, I end up in a lot of friends' Be Reals when I work Penguin games because they seem to happen at night. So I've been in friends' Be Reals more often than my own Be Reals. But Apple's like, we like this app, yay! So we're starting to see that kind of stuff.
And maybe they're helping them out a little bit here because B-Roll is also one that's starting to get the TikTok Now is also this feature. So maybe it's a little bit of like, I don't know. I get the sense that maybe Apple might want to help out the little guy when it comes to social media apps right now. With the way things are going.
At least according to somebody who runs a major platform.
Well,
media platform.
So there's that news today. Also, they have very explicitly taken Facebook to task too. And
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And depending on who you ask, may be a big reason why Facebook is having some financial problems right now. Part of, and I doubt the entire reason. But so there is a little bit of friction happening there. Much like I talked about last week about it's exciting because we're getting these new social platforms, at least attempts at social platforms. And if they're kind of using their weight, it's in I feel like it's probably in Apple's interest to see new app platforms, social platforms flourish and not have these monopolies, social monopolies, we'll call them for the moment. So to prop up something like this, I think is I imagine it's a good strategy for them.
Yeah. So it's essentially the top apps and what people are using and liking, and I don't know. I think it's cool that it's Be Real and it's something different as opposed to what we've been seeing.
I saw the Wonder something. They got top free apps. Okay, they do have top free apps. They're saying TikTok, YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram. Twitter's nowhere on this, or Facebook. Google Maps, Google Search, Gmail, Be Real is number 8 actually. Facebook Cash App. Paid apps, Procreate Pocket, Hot Schedules, the Wonder Weeks. I haven't even heard of these. Shadow Rocket, 75 Hard. What is that? Auto Sleep, Track Sleep on Watch, Touch Retouch.
75 Hard is it's essentially it's a task list. I can't remember. There's like 75 Hard and something soft where you have to. It just gets you. It's a habit tracker, getting you used to training your mind and your body.
Top paid games, Minecraft is number 1. Nothing else really kind of sticks out here. I haven't heard of his Monopoly at number 5. Okay. And for freebies, Wordle, I hope that's the official one. Roblox is number 3, Chilla.
I'm sure it is, because think about it. There's not much, unless you want to pay for extras. It's lots and lots of games for relatively no cost.
Top Apple Arcade games is NBA 2K21, Oregon Trail, still after all these years, Angry Birds, and Sneaky Sasquatch. Cooking Mama Cuisine, Bloons TD, don't know that one. Skate
Bloons
City.
TD is fun.
Yeah?
I would highly recommend that one. Yeah.
I've been
It's
playing.
like a tower defense type game.
Oh, okay. Well, I just downloaded a bunch of the Kingdom Rush ones too. Warped Kart Racers. I've been playing that at number 8. That's all the Family Guy, King of the Hill, Solar Opposites, and American Dad as a kart racer. So. I've been playing that on the TV. I've been playing that on my phone. It's been great. Solitaire and a Lego Star Wars Castaways. It's kind of a fun game. I feel like, have you played that, Shilla? It's you're on arcade, right?
I am on arcade.
It's very random. You just kind of like go, like you're in this like stuck on this planet, and there's this little civilization pops up of little Lego people, Star Wars Lego people, and it's like, and go into the simulator, and you're in the trench run, kind of stuff. At least a little bit I played of it. I didn't stay along with it. The Lego Battles is Lego Star Wars Battles is kind of more mine. That and the Transformers Battles one too, whatever they call them. Again, kind of more that one, tower defense kind of one-on-one game. I've been digging. So I did re-download Field Runners. I want to play some of those again. We're going to see a lot of these lists. It's that time of year, isn't it? What else do we got here you guys want to talk about?
Doubloons?
What's that?
Doubloons? You want to talk about doubloons?
Do you get what's going on here? I feel like one of these started infecting one of our Discords last week, and I stumbled into something. So what is this doubloons thing? Actually, let me read the headline real quick. No, it's not the briefcase. Where is it? Where the heck is it? Oh, have you heard TikTok doubloons? TikTok users have turned a cat meme into an immersive roleplay experience, creating and then crashing a fictional economy within 72 hours. Katie, what the hell?
So starting with know your meme, there was a cat with his back paws up, and it says "for doubloons." So essentially, folks started taking that as a currency, and you would wander into cat videos on TikTok, and it would award you doubloons. Like, it'll say in the video that you get awarded this many doubloons. People were setting up shops with cats, running their shops, depending on how creative they were with their videos. You might have a cat who has, like, these are my wares, and then you buy things from them, like a cloak. They'll have a cost for a cloak, or potions, and it's all made up. Like, it's 100%, like, people were keeping track of an Excel spreadsheet. Some folks were doing, Google spreadsheets. Some were just keeping track in their notes app on their phones. But you would come across these videos, and you would be awarded doubloons, and you would keep track of what you have, what you buy, and it's a whole, like, economy run by cat memes and videos. And you'll see a lot of people I saw, when I first saw it, at least for me, it was in the comments that I came here looking for doubloons. And, like, it was a cat video, and they're like, I thought I would get doubloons from this. And folks are like, what are you talking about? So there's definitely a group that's totally in on it 100%. And then there's groups that have not quite caught up to it yet. And the whole economy thing was, they started, like, it just kind of, as things quickly do, especially now with apps like TikTok, you take a very simple concept, and then somebody's like, well, now your doubloons aren't worth as much, and now the economy is crashing, and we're taxing this, and there's people coming to take your doubloons, and it's all completely made up role-playing game that you just kind of play with if you want. And people have friends that, maybe me, if we're both very active TikTokers, and we're kind of stumble into this, we could be competing against each other and saying, you know what, I have this cloak, but I have this, and now I have this many doubloons, and it's all just a completely choose your own adventure style game that just kind of the users made up, which is super interesting and exciting to see what's happening in a social media app. I think
I love this. They threw some comments in this Verge article that I pulled for this, and it says, my anti-robbery potion, sword and dragon, protected me. Sorry, haha, I have protection potion. I have guard dog and cat witch who turns thieves into frogs. Thank you, kind stranger. I happily accept your offer to join the revolution and offer my remaining 23 doubloons. What the hell? I can't join you, but I have doubloon mafia support. I am currently a doubloon alchemist, but can still check in every once in a while. Also, you have the doubloon pirate support. What is this? It just everybody had a wild night on
makes
TikTok.
Up their own thing.
I love it. This is God. This is what I love. Like, this kind of stuff that springs up like this, right? and we all get swept up, and more than me just doom scrolling through Twitter or TikTok. So did you see like the Discord, the Yins Cord? Somebody started talking about this, and we're like, wait a minute, what's happening right now? I'm like, are we getting spammed? And I started responding to them, not realizing what I was responding to, and I was like, I'm just gonna back off because they started posting on like every thread. But yeah, but this is gone now. Could we not to participate, or is it?
Well, I mean, you've seen every sort of thing, especially with TikTok. You've seen how this will probably move over to like Instagram stories. Like this is like there's going to be an evolution where folks are slowly going to catch on. Like different groups are going to get it, and different groups are going to do different things with it. And, eventually it'll end up on other social media platforms.
Mm-hmm.
I hope, because it's just a silly game.
I love it.
It's fun.
I'm sure there'll be a crypto coin that goes crazy for at least a couple of days. It's the doubloon.
And somebody will try to have a Twitter blue level for it or something. Jeez. Fantastic. Now I understand it. Thank you. Now I feel informed. I feel like we're not going to have another Fidget Cube incident. Now that I'm like asking you 5 years ago, what's this doubloon thing that popped up? And you're like, where have you been? So I feel better about that. So doubloons. I was worried. Listen, I'm also like hearing all this stuff about FTX and Bitcoin and everything like that. And literally the thing that I was trying to get my Bitcoins to buy rhinoceroses for a friend of the show a few months ago just filed bankruptcy. I've been getting emails today. I was like, oh no. So the doubloons kind of hit a nerve at the wrong time. I felt like I'm like, nope, not investing. Nope. So anyway,
just silliness.
Absolutely just silliness. And this is what we need more in the world, is just some social media silliness and fake money. I don't know how hard I want to get into this. Have you guys been trying Hive Social?
Not a ton.
I'm having a hard time getting into it. Like, I mean, obviously I have figured out how to log in and create an account.
Yes.
Like, is it me? Like, I'm used to timeline-based things.
Yes.
This is not a timeline.
It's not?
Correct?
I think it is. Hold on, let me see if I can post mine.
Maybe I don't have enough friends?
Yeah, that's what I don't have terribly many. So this is where this has come up for me. Wrestling Twitter started going over there when everybody was freaking out about Twitter potentially going down like a weekend 2 weeks ago or whenever that was. Also loading. It seems, I think they're having capacity problems too, because it takes a good bit to load over here. But generally, I mean, it feels like Twitter. It feels like it's only through the app. I think there's a beta on Android. There's not a web version of this thing yet. But it's pretty straightforward. And nope, that's not it. That's not working. Let me see if I can get this to kick in so we can actually see something here. But it's very, again, is your community there? It is the biggest question. And this is one that I've seen one community move over, and they look pretty into it. I'm seeing a lot of wrestlers, some from AEW, Nyla Rose, RJ City, getting involved in this. I'm seeing pictures from stuff over the weekend. So they've already kind of started just kind of moving a lot of the conversation and the views over there. So
what's your Hive username?
Oh, Sorgatron, like it is everywhere. I wish this would kick in so you can see it.
Oh, mine loaded.
Oh no, the adapter it's not loading up right now. So
Butters, do you have one?
I do. It's like, am I muted? I'm not muted. Hold on 1 second.
I'm going to end up buying boobs for everybody. I just know that.
Oh, I know. I need a boob. Can we talk about how Chilla, you will love your boob?
Yes.
I'm Dudders. I'm just Dudders.
Dudders? I couldn't find you.
Again, because I just fixed it. Because I changed it.
No results for Dudders.
Oh, man. Maybe it didn't save. Okay. Anyways, I will. I'm sitting there. I see me. Hello. I'll find you. Are you Chilla?
Chilla.
I will find you. I'm 100% doing that thing where I'm like, do I do my real name or do I just commit to this Dutters thing across the board?
Oh, the one on my iPad's trying to sign up with a new thing.
Find my friend Chilla.
So yeah, and I don't remember what I signed in with. I don't know what I signed
back the Dutters.
up.
It has your real name.
Ooh, okay, so it doesn't have my user handle. Oh.
Oh, wait a minute, but you're at Dutters. I don't know why I couldn't find you.
Who knows?
Well,
I am there now.
Either way, have you guys been seeing like any kind of other movements? I guess in the last a week or so, was there social media talk over Thanksgiving?
Oh, absolutely not. I am the only person that uses social media the way it should be
in the world.
The way it should be.
No, I'm the only one in where I was at for Thanksgiving that would be talking about social media the way we talk about social media.
Why is my keyboard so small on this thing? What is happening here? Is it just an app in the middle of the darkness? What the heck? Oh, iPad, what's happening with you these days? So I don't know. It's one that I've seen a lot. But wrestling Twitter's over there. A few of us have accounts. So if you're a Twitter refugee trying out Hive, I don't know if it's going to be the thing. I feel like it's going to fade, honestly, as things go, unless we really kind of tank what's happening at Twitter. So I have concerns. I definitely have concerns. But
yeah.
You know, as I say, we will behave as if the world will not end tomorrow. And carry on.
My problem is my Twitter feed is borked.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of ads, lots of things I didn't want in my feed, right?
Right. Like I'm like, how did this get here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I'm finding that too, and I feel like it's like folks. I'm like, I don't think I would have followed these folks, but they're there and they keep appearing there, and I don't know. And then I'm constantly changing it from top stories to most recent, because that's just your home thing, and I find that bothersome, and I feel like that's been a problem for Twitter forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody's definitely moving the levers around. Here's what Hive looks like. Again, kind of looks like a lot of other social medias in the long run, but they're just kind of building everything from the ground up, it looks like. And like I said, a lot of Twitter is in there. I like the replies. Like there's this asking label that's going on, and people responding to it. So like it's got a little bit different functionality. It feels like slightly like, I don't know, it feels a little Instagram-y when we get into like photos and videos on a lot of these. And then, well, there's the first ad I've seen in this too. So again, really good for like the pro wrestlers to kind of show off, or or beer enthusiasts apparently. So like it's got a lot of that kind of functionality there.
Oh, I know what was frustrating to me was I was trying to set it up so I could put my photos in, but like the permission keeps insisting that it wants more permissions than I'm willing to give it in my photos.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just wanted to be like, you know how you just select certain photos, and I keep doing that, and then every time I try to post, it's like, you need to do the permissions to let it have more photos, and I'm like, I don't want to give it access to all my photos.
So it sounds like a iOS 16 compatibility kind of situation. Yeah, glitch of some sort.
I'm hoping, because I don't like to give permission for apps to have access to all my photos.
Or is Hive trying to steal all of Katie's photos?
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
And in other request news, if anybody knows how to get a Pokemon Go Plus working on iOS 16 and an iPhone 13, please let me know. It sees it in the app, but I can't click on it. And it doesn't pop up on the Bluetooth screen. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's old, but it says it should work.
I feel like the last part of the show should just be us throwing out requests.
Yes.
For either certain kinds of tech, hardware, or just like random solutions. Hey, can you help us help ourselves?
Yeah, this is the help us line. Everybody's like, oh no, call in and we'll help you out. It's like, no, I don't know something. I want you to help me out there in AwesomeCast world. So use the power of the community to help us all. So anyways, hey, I want to give a shout out Dave Potter and San Diego Steve out there in the chat room tonight on Facebook. Thank you everybody that does join us. If you want to join the conversation afterward, hashtag AC620 for this episode. And of course, Katie is on the social medias. Hive, as we just established.
I'm Dutters. Find me. Maybe I'll have photos eventually.
There you go. There you go. And also at Chilla on the Twitters.
On the Hive.
And on the Hive. There you go. Join the AwesomeCast on Hive. There you go. We'll do Hive things. And of course, we got the Discord. I'm over on Mastodon at Sorgatron. Was it at Sorgatron at twit.social? Is that how we say it over there? Something like that. Just go to sorgatron.com. I freshened that up a little bit a couple weeks ago, and it's got all my links on there. So let's just do that. Let's just go to sorgatron.com with all that stuff. And you can read my blog that I have written since 2017. So thank you, everybody. It's good to have the band back together. We'll be back again next week. I think we got one more week of regular show. And then we'll be getting into the holiday episodes and predictions and year in review and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for all of that. Thank you, everybody. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.